Hi friends, it's Julia. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today I'm sharing a layout that I created with my November 2019 kit that I made for a online scrapbooking crop sponsored by Scrapbook Generation. One of their challenges for this online crop was to create a kit. So I pulled out this kit that I had just purchased and used it in its entirety as far as all of the embellishments and paper product and all of that go. I did add quite a few things in from my own stash, but here I am. I'm down to the end of the kit, and I'm using a lot of scraps. There was a sketch for this layout. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't write it down, and I don't have the layout right in front of me. I think the original layout had maybe some sewing on it, as well as some ink. Instead of having paper swatches going across, it had like ink swatches going across. And so rather than do that, I decided I had enough pattern paper scraps to go ahead and do something with those. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm kind of placing down everything how I want it to go. I've got quite a few border strips left in there that I have pulled for different things. And so, yeah, I'm using those. That is one thing about these, this Felicity Jane kit, is that all the pattern papers come with the pattern paper branding strips, and so it makes it really easy to add those into a layout. So I appreciate that those bits don't go to waste. The other company that does that quite frequently, or anymore, they didn't used to, but when I first started purchasing them years ago, is Close to My Heart. And they do branding strips on all of them now. And you can see I'm just going through here, and I've decided on the layout that I want, and I'm just going through and I am laying gluing all these strips down. I love that I'm able to use, oh, and I had gone through and stamped. I had that splatter stamp from Close to My Heart, and I went through and I splattered some stamp splattered those images down on the paper before I started laying everything down. And there, I guess I forgot to turn my camera back on. I had done some sewing on there, and then I had started embellishing, and for whatever reason I thought the camera was rolling, and it really wasn't. Yeah. So here I've gone through and I'm running the leftover vellum hearts that I have with the kit. I'm running them through my Xyron that's a bit larger than the Xyron X that sits on your desk. And so I put those in, and I have found that if I go over the back side with my bone folder, that adhesive sticks really well and you don't have goopy edges as much. And I'm just laying some of all of those down onto plain white cardstock, and I am going to fussy cut those out. They are vellum, and so they are pretty sheer. And because I have all the pattern paper, I don't want to be able to see that through there. And you can see I have used bits and pieces of washi tape. I have used my title there. The Puffy Happy comes from one of the embellishment sheets, and then I used my the wood veneer look tile, not tile, letter tiles, the wood veneer font that I put in from Sticko. Use that on there, and then I have my little pink letter tiles on top of Happy. And then down at the bottom, I just have those puffy, the puffy phrase, or not phrase, the puffy word smile. And these photos were taken at a retreat that I went to, and I love that I was able to take a shot of my space in the midst of creating. When I go to these retreats, I kind of pre-plan about how many layouts I think I'm going to get done. And I work pretty hard until I get those done. Sometimes I have an inclination to do cards or something else, and I have in my mind, you know, if I take like a 1 kit 12 card kit, then I know that I'm going to at minimum create 12 cards. And I equate that into my time when I'm making layouts, so I would create less layouts. So what I typically do is I take 2 to 3 kits along with me as far as scrapbooking or card making when I go to retreats. And so I know with each kit about how many I could possibly get done. Like I know if I took a paper kit that only had 10 sheets of paper, I'm probably going to get about 8 to 10 layouts with that paper, and probably no more than that. But if I take a kit that has 30 sheets of paper in it, I know I'm probably going to get at least 15 or 20 layouts made, and I may not get them all done at that retreat because I may get bored with looking at the kit. And so I typically will take extra. I am pretty good about taking more than what I need when I go on retreats, but it's mostly because I get bored with working with the same kits. It's not that I get bored necessarily with the kit and don't want to work with it anymore. It's just when you consistently make, create pages from one particular paper line or embellishment line, you kind of get tired of looking, or I do. I get tired of looking at those same papers over and over again. I mean, it's great in that I know exactly what's in the kit, and I, can work at it and get stuff done fairly easily and fairly quickly, but it's also boring after a while. I get tired of looking at the same stuff. Here you see I had added in that sticker sheet with the banners. It wasn't originally in the paper kit, I don't think, that I created, but I pulled that in order to do a layout for something for one of the challenges, and I'm just using up what I pull out rather than put it back into my stash. So here I'm going through, and those little bits of bitty bling and bitty pearls, I am trying to use all of those up. And I've done a fair job. I had started with a brand new sheet. It was half bling and half of those flatback pearls. And I have done a tremendous job getting all of that used up. Really proud that I've gotten so much used up. Even the washi strips that I had, I think 6 or 8 packages when I initially started, I have really used the heck out of those, and I have gotten a ton of them used up. Still plenty to go back into my stash to use for another time, but I don't think it'll be really anytime soon because I think I use those in back-to-back kits. Anyway, so I'm pretty much done with this. I'm going to go in and add my date and add some journaling on here just to let you know that, or whoever's looking at it, that it's at the Victoria Marie Scrapbook Retreat in Weatherford, Texas. And it was, I can't see if I'm writing the dates on there, but it was summer, I think June of 2018 or 2019. I don't remember. And I can't see the date. Anyway, guys, I sure appreciate you being here. I would love it if you would flip me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this process. And if you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. See you on the next video, everyone. Bye-bye.